I hope you guys, again, can give a more detailed jiko shokai than what we did in previous years. So again, take 5 minutes and go ahead and try to write down what you understand. はい、始めましょう。じゃあ次。Okay, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get into our tango for this lesson. Okay, so some of it's a little bit of review, some of it's new, but please, you can use the textbook, but also look at the PowerPoint and take notes. So, はじめは電話番号. So, in case you forgot this one, this is our word for phone number. And again, you can pause this if you need to take notes, that's fine. So, 次. Our next word is 住所, which means address. Very important word to know. Okay, if you want to refer to an email address, you're going to write adoresu. So it's a little bit different. じゃあ次. Our next one is a basic pattern. This is what you're always going to use when you're using this verb. You're going to have day. And so we have place, day, and then umaremashita. So that kanji you see there is just representing the u of umaremashita. And you see below it, we have the verb here in its dictionary form. And then over here, we have it in its te form and in our English, of course. So if I were to say I was born in Provo, I could say Provo-shi de umarimashita. Or if I want to say I was born in Utah, Utah de umarimashita. はい、続きましょう. Okay, our next one is a similar pattern. The only difference is instead of saying where we were born, we want to say where we currently reside or live in. And this is a little bit different. The last one you had to use place de. This one you have to use place ni. Okay, with our verb sunde imasu or sumu, as we see here, or sumimasu. We're going to put it in this pattern, sunde imasu. So, for example, I believe most of you would say something like Utah ni sunde imasu, or Westobari-shi ni sunde imasu. はい、じゃあ続きましょう. Her next one has to do with work. So if you want to say where you're employed at or where someone is employed at, again, we're going to use place ni. And then sutomete imasu. Okay, the dictionary form is sutomeru, and then the mas form sutomemasu. We're going to talk about why we're going to use te imasu in a little bit. But for right now, sutomeru or tsutomete imasu is what we're going to use. So when I was in college, I would say besto bai ni tsutomete imasu, right? I am employed at Best Buy. As a teacher, I could say Granger Koukou ni tsutomete imasu. Okay. Our next one is working at. So you might be thinking, what's the difference between saying employed and working at? And I think it would be the same difference as having a career versus a job, like a part-time job. So hataraku is a more general word you can use for any job you have. Employed, I guess, sounds a little bit more like higher level maybe. So this one again, instead of place ni, we're going to use place de. So you need to memorize this pattern that it's place de, hataraite imasu. So our word for the work is hataraku or hatarakimasu. And we're going to say place de hataraite imasu. So I could also use my previous example, besto bai de hataraite imasu. I could say makudo de hataraite imasu. Okay? Or panya de hataraite imasu. Okay? That's Suzukimashou. Our next one is place de. And you could say baito o shiteimasu, or you can say aru baito o shiteimasu. So they're just showing that you can, right here, you can have the full word, or you can just say baito is kind of the more casual way of saying this one. O shiteimasu. And you can have the O here or you can leave it out. So you can say baito shiteimasu if you want. So I could say besto bai de baito shiteimasu if I wanted to. And this is really probably what you want to use if you're a student, because it's something you're doing part-time that you probably won't keep doing for the rest of your life. So if that's the kind of job you're working, you probably want to use arubaito. And the word arubaito comes from the German word Arbeit, something like that. I don't know how to say it, but it's a German word for work. So, hai, suzukimashou. Okay, our next one, really important word is kekkon. So here, kekkon is written in the kanji. We look down here, you can see the hiragana spelling. Okay, so of course, remember if we want to say with a person, we're going to use the particle to. So I can say, if I was saying I'm married to my husband, I can say masa to kekkon o shiteimasu, or I can just say kekkon shiteimasu if I just want to say I'm married. If I want to say I'm married to Masa, masa to kekkon shiteimasu, any of those work. Go ahead and take notes on that. Hi. Our next one, if you remember, I don't know if we use the verb arimasu to have, and this is similar to that. This is the verb motsu or mochimasu, which means to have, possess, hold, or carry. So anything that you own, you can use this, and it's used when the possessor is animate and the possessed is inanimate. Okay. So you can't have it can't be any other way than that. It has to be a living thing owning a non-living thing. So for example, this kid has a ball, so you can say boru o motte imasu. Hai. Tatsugi. Next is our word for to know. So we know how to say wakarimasu, which means to understand. So to know is shirimasu. Okay, shiru or shirimasu. But when we say we know something, we're going to put it in this teimasu form, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. And so it's pronounced as shitteimasu. Shitteimasu. So the kanji here, you're going to, that's going to be represented just by the hiragana shi. Okay, shitteimasu. And if you don't know something, you're going to say shirimasen. Shirimasen. Okay. We will never say shitteimasen. That just sounds weird grammatically. And it does seem, and if you say shirimasu, it means you're getting to know something, but you don't like completely know it. So if you know something, then you can say shiteimasu. If you're getting to know it, shirimasu. And if you don't know it, shirimasen. Hai. Next one is our verb to learn, right? So, and in this pattern, naratte imasu, okay, is learning, okay? So this kanji here is going to have the hiragana nara, and then we have our tsute, naratte imasu. So our dictionary form is narao, and the mas form naraimasu, okay? So if you're learning something, like say, violin no naratte imasu, you can say that. Right? Couple more. We have homestay o shimasu. This is pretty easy. Homestay o shimasu, to do a homestay. So when I was in Japan, I had a homestay family that I stayed with. So I would say, Yano kazoku to homestay o shimashita. I did a homestay with the Yano family. Right? Finally, we just have a few more tango left, our tsuika tango, which just means additional vocabulary. And you'll see that in the kyokasho, niju ippeiji, right? Niju ippeiji. So we have bekkyo shite imasu. So if maybe you're separated from somebody, you'd say bekkyo shite imasu, or if you're talking about your family, you could say bekkyo shite imasu. If they're just divorced, you can say rikon shite imasu. They're in the state of being divorced. And then our last one, if you're not dating anyone, or if your parents are single, if you're single, you're going to say dokushin desu. Dokushin desu. So, 皆さん、独身ですか？どうですか? So, there you go. That's our tango for this lesson. So make sure you have those copied down in your notes. If you need to pause, and finish copying them down, go